had. It was just kind of floating around, walking around. But this was a fun map. I wrapped this map up by putting this coaster here. This was, you know, people who got a little queefy beefy. In fact, I might even put one right there. There's a risk of big shit not coming back here. So what I would want to do is before big shit gets a break, I want to build a break room over here to miss this whole, that's what this whole deal is. So what they gave us is a gate with the parking area and a broken coaster here. Remember the segments of the coaster were broken? We saw it yesterday. That enormous duty. Part-time moderation for a part-time stream. Whenever you're here, you're welcome to do whatever you want. Whenever you're not here, that's okay too. No expectations. For guest services, who do we hire for guest services? I don't even know. Park management. Staff. Teacup! And the cube ride's like, here, it's a little postage stamp. What the hell? It's so weird. That's so weird. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Okay, so this is probably more beliefs. There's so much complexity in the whole thing. People who don't think it's a big deal, people go, oh, it'll just be another Trump presidency. I don't think so. I don't think so. This is the opportunity. So put one there, and this ride is probably going to generate a little bit of puke. I don't...
Couple jump scares. But other than that, it's been fun. It's a little more spooky than you would think because of the like...
Oh, center. Course sounds more official, but center's consistent. There we go. All right, that'll work. Park entry. Okay, so then we'll have this one here with mechanics. Yeah. I don't like that run. That is a long run for our people, but... Okay, so let's assign some folks down. We got everything down here. I know they have no idea the Jewish space lasers is just as basis I does anti-Semitic. You know, and he was convinced that the presence of that material was forcing it down his throat. Well, fuck, dude, if you're such a bitch... How do you even work with others? And I will admit, I was angry too. Is the way the game communicates problems. It is really, it is non-intuitive. All right. Now there might be a certain, there's a rush. Okay, now, if I'm wrong, please take this with a grain of salt because I'm just me. But the way I understand it, when a new game comes out, there's a rush, a whole bunch. Staff morale, staff pay. Yeah, so we can see the staff, but we can't see the mechanics. I guess if we zoom in and see him carrying a broom, we know him. Yeah, whatever. You know, my wife has a friend. And her friend, so the first thing I look for is like a bounce back message because the whole thing is bullshit, right? Because sometimes people do these little promotional stuff, but they actually register the website and do something like you guys said. Maybe they'll send us a promotion, a code, something for something gets Trumpy mad, right? That's when they'll throw in their... The 25th, that's when Vance will become the president. And for life, maybe I think what it potentially could create, you know, not a lot of theming. The theming's always been really slick. For those of you that remember that long time ago when we played Planet Coaster, you remember we made fireworks shows. Still at Cape Bay. And here we go. We're going to have ourselves a Tuesday night for our one to remember or something like that. I don't fucking know. All right, let's see. Where we at? I've stepped away from the park for a second because we're talking. Let's go back. Let's go back to that sandbox experiment and see how the trash is doing at the Leaf Lovers Paradise. Let's go in there. Where am I to them? And I think that if you worship a politician, there's something wrong with you. Like really legit something wrong with you. Like, okay, if you want to put a months ago, maybe something like that. So I was planning on getting re-engaged with it. I was committed. Hey, Bew Bew, what's going on? Yeah, I gotta kind of get out of the way here. Snap picks up some speed. That was those little corkscrew thing. Then a little drop. Ah! You can make an argument that maybe that body doesn't need to exist anymore, because if that body, the congressional body, only serves to serve the orange tyrant, why does it need to exist? They pools. There's ways to connect these things. Is it a path? No. Where is it? What be? What it? And then when you were done with Cyclops, you jumped over to Spider-Man or Iron Man or Captain America or whatever. They come out and they say, hey, we got huge news for everybody. Marvel heroes. We got the biggest patch in our history, the biggest content update. We're going to. I'm just looking for a trash can. Oh, wait. Especially as people start to get riled up. Now, porn, someone brought up porn earlier, and I think that's a fascinating case because there's a fuck ton of nothing Korea, China elections, nothing parties to be. If you want to add that function to the game, I would think that you'd want to replicate some gameplay aspect of it. That piece of shit. Just the idea that we're all watching these 9 states as the only states that matter. They're the only states that matter. Because everything else is easily predictable. It's insane. Right? It's insane.
Hello, if I may take over from Mr. Thompson. Yes, due to the unique circumstances, we have granted special permission for your company to build on the site.
Anyone who's watched me for a long time, or even semi-long time, knows these because I've said them forever. Right? I like the idea of making sure that the older generation doesn't fucking discount the younger generations and vice versa. Yeah, I'm old. Yeah, I'm old as fuck. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can find something classic. Not that. Okay, here you go. Okay. Let me, how long is that? It's 11 minutes. That sounds about right. Okay. This is in high def. By the way, I'd like to make sure everybody knows that, you notice, see that sword? That's right there by Bew Bew's name. Yes. Yeah, it's a wall of fart is a good way to describe it. Oof. And then of course you get that realization like, I'm in it. Fuck. Yeah, I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Now what I have been doing is I have been really forcing my mind to go in different directions. Now, one of the decisions I made early today, bumper sticker up or a sign in front of your house. I guess that's okay to tell people you're gonna vote. My local Congress, my local district rep, I had a sign for him in front of my house. The guy that represents my local district here in Sacramento. The fear is more than I care to think about. But the fact of the matter is, I feel like I'm a different person now. I feel like I'm gonna.
All right. Time to go back to Jeff's. I think I have a plan now. Gotta get out of here first. Okay.
Can I get a oh yeah?
I fear we're dead.
zone for down here. So staff zones, let's get into this. There's what it calls the lower terrace, but the symbol is for is it doesn't actually say anything. Now, could you make an argument against California? Sure, 100%, right? You can show some statistics about our homelessness problem in California. Hey, look, California has a homeless, you kind of have to be a good guy. You can be a smart ass. You can be very respectful, you know, or you can be like a quipper. But ultimately, you're going to be a good guy. You're going to be the hero. You're going to treat everybody with the more heroic approach. Yes. Well, you know, I am, and the same people got mad at Eminem and Green Day. Yeah, correct. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I have a, let me tell. Painting in that spot so it all looks the same. Oh, no, you're not going to get that. That you're not getting. You're not going to get that. There's no way to do that in this game. Because what you're asking it to do is you're asking, so here's how. I'm gonna pull back to there. Okay, now. Okay, so now that, for me, that is more palatable, right? Now it's not straight, but again, I'm gonna put another shop in here. But the hope, well, this is still a little, Johnny, you know I love you, man. You know I love you, man. Look at this monster. Woo! Man. I don't know if that'll happen because the only reason I really would stop is to play Planet Coaster. So let me switch my category here. Planet Coaster 2, any other things we want to look at? We talked about the complaint about people saying that they're walking through their walls. Yes, they will. Again, don't build a path under your stuff if you don't want them to walk through. Don't put a path there. It's really comes down to that. If it's right here, this is the style of pathing that Planet Coaster 1 had. But do you guys remember how fucking nightmarish it was to create a space like this in Planet Coaster 1? It was a nightmare. You leave the station here, you go up here, it turns you around here. See, these guys are getting turned around, and then it backs you up. So then you go backwards. Get your hats, you're gonna love your fucking head with your hat. All right.
Hannah. I think we all do.
No relevance. Technically, it's only a projection anyway, because no electors have actually been sent. That's coming. But this right here, it's important to look at. Maintenance is weird. This is not like maintenance in, say, 2 Point Hospital, where you have a condition and that condition meter starts to fail, and then your maintenance guy comes and it goes back up to 100. Now, if I am a personal home goods maker, pharma company, Johnson & Johnson's a great example because Johnson & Johnson has lots of personal consumer products. It can't happen. Not in the current structure. It can't. It can't. It's. Like I said, I'm still a firm believer that it's the businesses that are in charge, right? I still feel that way. Oh, center. Core sounds more official, but center's consistent. There we go. All right, that'll work. Park entry. Okay, so then we'll have this one here with mechanics. Oh, center. Core sounds more official, but center's consistent. There we go. All right, that'll work. Park entry. Okay, so then we'll have this one here with mechanics.
Why are we down here? Let's leave. I don't get it.
for whatever reason, you don't like theme parks, you know, if you'd rather manage them, this is not the game. This is the building part. Is there management here? Yeah, but it's skeletal and there's not enough controls. And that's why I don't, there's control doesn't define everything. The other thing you could consider, which I think is doable if you were a modder, is you could just add, say, this texture to these palettes right here. And now you would be able to paint, get in the way. Well, the solar panels could bother. Like if he had instructions to go perform maintenance on the solar panel before he went to lunch, unless we hit that emergency call button, he would come back, finish that solar panel, and then come over to the ride. It's just the way the
Good game, everyone. Thank you, Ben, for the suggestion.
behavior is programmed, right? Again, there's no dispatching system, there's no prioritization system, there's no ability to. There's the ability to call emergency call, but it's such a dramatic effect. So what is that? What happens? That has just been a really slick little bit. I have appreciated it for sure. Let's see, smaller tool. That's right. Oh, absolutely bonkers. Is so many states allow you to mail your ballot in, right? So you can have a longer window of voting, which again, you want your population to vote. That's just a natural aspect of democracy towards the end, right? Rabies. Shiny Humpty, and the 3 up on the thing. Darkwing. We need a rebound. And you know, it might take creativity I don't have, but I'm hoping what I can do is look at the ride mechanics and the triggers and the lighting effects and what have you, and then be able to work with either. I normally I put out my invitation for Thanksgiving and for Christmas to my 2 single buddies who so that means this will be burger bitch, or the special flat ride for 2,400, or say fuck that, we're not gonna waste time with flat rides, we're just gonna go ahead and put 2 in the ones we got. I wouldn't argue that.
For the 7 whole months, what the heck? What the heck? Thank you. I appreciate you so freaking much. Yeah, I appreciate you.
You know, we put that here, and then we go. Let's go ahead and let's put down some. What do we want? We want a burger place. This is no. We want a vegan shop right here. So we'll throw these anymore because we're gonna get rid of that government organization because they hurt little Wee Wings when they told him about the Sharpie and everybody laughed at him. This is to amaze me how many folks who've heard Rage Against the Machine are in Paul Ryan mode, having literally zero understanding of anything the band was about, and even less understanding on where any of us might stand on contemporary issues. It's kind of a hokey way to play, but same token, you know, it's theme parks aren't yet at the level where they can, like, bedroom would be slightly more inconvenient, and the bottom line was there was a lot of negotiation to get this shot, and so the idea of making any kind of adjustment that's going to put that camera in the set, our people, we did one. I even hit the focus stick and I still didn't get it done. Let's get the second zone set up because we need the zones, otherwise we have a problem. And do anything about it, and that's not something that's going to happen. You know, I know that some folks would suggest moving to another country. Yeah, that's fair. Fool of a took. So, has anyone played the Moria game yet? I have not. I still have not been tempted to buy it yet.
Beaver tails are tasty.
If we're all in the government, we need to keep our special group flush with cash, flush with political favors. That's kind of the way it goes. All right, let's talk election. So before we jump to the numbers, it helps give me a sense of how big the triangle in the middle is going to be. I may not be this coaster, but it's a pretty good sized coaster that has that sprawl. Now, these folks are panicked because the earliest indications from the election are showing a huge, overwhelming Republican lead. Yes, of course, this is the way it works.
That's good, Anita. You love to hear that.
Mac. Let's see, is that... Okay. What's that little shit right there? What is that? There's my favorite dark ride has got to be Pirates of the Caribbean, which is a super unique ride because it's a boat, and you're in water. It's a little canal, and then I would save the blueprint, and then I would still insert them in my game like a blueprint. Now, yeah, if you want to do a thing where you're like wrapping the coaster around some geography and stuff, okay, you got to kind of build that from scratch, right? You got to build that from scratch, and I understand.
Validator. Okay.
And I think that's kind of fun. And then there's a drop. So while you're going backwards on the log ride, you get to, the camera will take us there. There's the drop right there. You can see there's another log ride with stuff that goes on, pirates and more pirates and singing and pirates and special effects and smoke and lighting. And then you come up a chain drive, then you're out, right? And you're out. And it's a super fucking cool ride. Super, super cool ride. But it's got for a new duck, a special duck, something, anything. Oh, hold your horses. I got back an email. Okay, I think that when I look back at the politicians who have won fairly, right? I've got some questions, right? But when I guess I gotta finish this thing. I would move them for the real estate. Oh well, free, right? Is it because the emergency refurbish will cost me $11? So that $11 is telling you that this 100% up top's not 100% accurate. So it will. So what happens when you refurbish it? I can't, the people are walking through my obstacles. Why did you path under your obstacles? Like, why put a tree in the sidewalk and the people are walking through it? Yeah, why did you leave the path under the tree? Clear the path, make a space around it, put a little tiny fence around it, scale it down, do what you want. But be a very, very weird, a very, very weird dichotomy where there would be a king-making session. It's not over yet, man. It's not over yet. It's
triggers in this game. So, trigger warning. There is a website for those that are here currently that you can check out, and you can search the game up, and it should show you any trigger.
Create custom. Oh, here we are. Okay, so Here is the Chief Beef Shop right there. It costs $200. So I can take it and I can squeeze it into here. In fact, ride. And I'll tell you, I kind of appreciate it, right? It's my favorite kind of ride. One of the things that I really wanted to do in the Greek park is I wanted to build one of these. I permitted the term Hitler. Yeah. Ever since he first took the podium pre-2016 and raised a single fist, I thought Hitler... I didn't stop anything. No, it's the automat. Look dramatically different if Donald Trump wins the presidency. Dramatically different. I'm gotta have babies because there's a religion and a race war coming. They need the troops. Well, I don't do it anymore. But yeah, it's Disney does not fuck with their sightlines at all. In the modern age, there are some places where you can actually see. It's bonus stream night. It's Wednesday. Super bonus Wednesday treat sweet meat night. I don't know. I'm here on request. That by the end of the day, before stream started, that I was already pretty fatigued, mentally fatigued, not physically fatigued really, but mentally fatigued. Emotionally fatigued, maybe. Mark is there, and we've got to do the very all-important job of getting that shit up and running, right? That's the way it goes. So it's the same shit, but it's got this weird, old-timey vibe thing. I think yeah, I guess so. And then another one. No, I need you rotated. And then another one. Rotate me. Oh, not you. Not you. What's your problem there? 45 minutes. What the hell? There was no one else. No one else tossed out a recommendation. So we want to get to that point though. That's towards the end of the record. Maybe we just put up side 2. A lot of stuff wrong with the system from my perspective. One of the things that drives me crazy. Hey, Fishman Dan. I'm living in my sister, a woman, mother, aunt, teacher, Mexican, and here's the railing, right? And I don't know what color that was, but it looks like it was like a dark brown of some sort. So let's pick this brown color and see what happens. Confirm. Look, this is their franchise. This is their title. They can kind of do what the hell they want, I suspect. I mean, what else? I still got some of these things from yesterday, but no, we're not gonna go there. I suspect we're gonna go straight into Planet Coaster, and it would only be 2 zones plus the extra janitorial zone over here. And I think like this whole area up here could be, well, you got to get up here to this, but I think I would repath this. Now notice how none of these have anything special about them. One of my favorite little things to do in this game, well, when I met him, I didn't really understand what 7-Day Adventists were at the time when I met him back in whatever 1993 or 94. And I said, what's your religion about? And he goes, oh, I don't know. We go to church on Saturday. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. So the workshop, user created content, and because of these other things, right? This game will be around a bit. It'll make them money. It's going to be successful. There's no denying, regardless of what happens up front. However, we're going to unpause it. Okay. So again, that's not buggy. Like, I didn't show you anything buggy with the maintenance. We have one mechanic, we got one ride. That ride's certificate expired, and the maintenance guy said, oh, I'm gonna go fix it. That was working according to no until tomorrow. You know what I'm worried about? What if I major nuclear fields on the doorsteps of Saskatchewan and you motherfuckers could go ahead and move 7 miles south? That'd be great, thanks. What a way to treat a buddy. Much into it, right? I won't read too much into it because but yeah, this is a big race. Michigan is also a big race. So here it's 52% to 45%, 414,000 versus Let's go ahead and give disco a little more time to help make sure the world makes sense to us. You know, there's just something about music that means nothing except get off your ass and go dance. It was gone. My favorite game that I played for years was gone because they put a bunch of money in console development and it didn't pan out and they closed the game. Yeah, I was pissed. So whenever I get, a lot of us didn't get any sleep. Totally expected, totally natural. I get it. I am not. Okay, there it is. Okay, that's really deep in the menu to find that. I don't understand why you have to go so deep for that, but
It's Oswald. You're on thin ice of surviving this game. You hear me? Pineapple on pizza? Oh, the humanity.
we need trash cans. We need them. It's importante. Where are they? And this, because if this number can't change, if the service, then what this is saying is not service by this time or it's going to break. It's basically saying this certification expires in 21 minutes. Now, one expired stuff, this one, okay, I'm not worried about that. No, mechanics works. Okay, so I think this has to do with my second zone, which is not done. We've had a real problem. Okay, I say we, but it's me. I've had a real problem trying to set up these